I'm Michael Rainey. I teach at Baldwin Elementary, and this is my 7th year of teaching. As a teacher, you always have to move on from a skill before you have the chance to teach it to mastery for every student. So I really like that Formative Loop doesn't advance students to the next skill until they have achieved mastery, and it makes it really easy for every student, potentially every student, to be working on a different skill based on what they have mastered and where they are in the program, so that I know that they are having a chance to repeat skills as often as they need to in a way that's painless for me, but gives them the practice they need to reach a mastery level, and I really like that. The way we do it in my class is my students come in, they pick up whatever their due now, their morning work is, and they also pick up their 5-minute math, which I already have in their mailboxes. So they pick that up and they go to their seat, but they don't start until I ask them all to start at the same time. So they're doing their other morning assignment, but they'll do their 5-minute math, their formative loop, all at the same time. And then they might not all finish at the same time, because for some of them, some skills take longer than others. So sometimes some kids will finish before the 5 minutes is up, and they'll just turn back to their morning assignment. I especially see progress in skills that are place value skills. For example, expanded notation can be really tricky for students, and that's something that they need a lot of practice with, and yet we don't have that many days, where we can't devote as many days to it as we need in order for students to actually master it. So place value skills generally, expanded notation specifically, is something that I feel like they do so much better with it when they are able to do it on Formative Loop versus just our lessons and then trying to spiral it every once in a while. And then I also really like some of the perimeter skills, geometry. If I notice that a student is really struggling with the skill, usually they will work with me on their 5-minute math, their formative loop at my table, so that I can give them the support they need to be able to understand whatever it is that they are not understanding, and maybe give them a strategy that they were lacking. The grading and the printing, I think, only takes me about maybe 5 minutes, that's an estimate, but it's pretty fast. Last year I would do it on the playground, and I would just do a quick check, and then I would actually, put it into the computer later. And this year I check it at my computer, and I just go through it all at once and then print it right away. And then I usually have students put the homework in student mailboxes for everyone, so I don't have to do that side of it, which is nice, and it's really fast. I was debating whether or not to even do math homework this year, because I've been reading a lot about what are the research in terms of what is the benefit of math homework. And in elementary, the benefits are few, and so I was debating whether or not that was valuable for my students. With the homework that is aligned with the in-class assessment, I know that they're practicing something that they'll be tested on right away in a low pressure way, but they'll be assessed on that skill right away. So it really is just giving them practice on something that directly aligns with what we're doing in class. And since it's differentiated for every student, I know that they're working on something that they're ready for, as opposed to trying to differentiate for myself without the help of a program, or trying to give them something that is the same for every student. So it's easily differentiated and fast. Fast was most important. I don't want their homework to take a very long time, and it's pretty fast for most of them.